To dance with my father again. Last time on his last tour, he sold out everywhere he went. Why? Because he's very good and popular. You know, I just started on the Twitter last week. I've got 330 followers, which I thought was okay in a week. He's got 330,000 followers. He's popular. At the Core at Corby Cube on Thursday in the Evolution Tour. Why? It's the very lovely and a bit too good looking Joe McElderry. Hi, Joe.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, we're great. I'm on your Twitter now. Look at that suit. That's a nice bit of schmuzzle you're wearing there, isn't it?
Well, you know, I like to dress up for the occasion.
You clearly do. Joe McElderry 91. Is that because you were born in 1991?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Man alive. I've got underpants older than you, for heaven's sake. Mine is Bernie Keys 100 because I look 100. That's what it is. And you communicate with your fans through the Twitter, don't you? You love the atmosphere and the community that you've created.
Well, I think, I think it's important to connect with people, obviously, and when you're out on the road, you can tweet pictures, you can communicate with them if they enjoyed the show, you get to get feedback. It's direct contact, which obviously I think before all of these kind of social networking sites came around, you never really had that, which is I think it's totally kind of changed the whole industry in a way, because it makes everything a lot more accessible.
You not had trolls, you not had nasty people getting at you?
Well, you get the odd stupid comment, but you got to take the rough with the smooth and, get over that. It's not this, I just water off a duck's back, I let it go.
Do you know, I admire you so much because you've just kept on doing your own thing through all of that. Started with the Rage Against the Machine thing for the Christmas #1. You've just kind of done what you've done for the people who love you. You take your opportunities, you reinvent yourself, you do whatever comes your way to give you a good time, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I really enjoy what I do, and I think that's just what I try and kind of portray. Like, whenever I'm out on the road and I'm touring, I like to just have fun with it and enjoy what I do, because I think if you don't, then what's the point in doing it? Music and performance is supposed to be about having fun, having a laugh, and making people smile, So if I'm miserable when I'm doing it, then there's no point in doing it. So if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. Hence why I'm still out on the road and having a great time.
And you started this tour at home, didn't you, in South Shields?
Yeah, we started it back in South Shields. I did 3 shows, and then we've done about 7 shows now. I'm just in Maidstone at the moment.
Yeah, how was that last night? Maidstone, Eastbourne, you did at the weekend as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Eastbourne as well. Really, really good. The audiences have been incredible, to be honest with you. They've been really supportive. They've been singing along, dancing, which obviously when that happens, it makes my job so much easier. When they're up for it, and they really, really have been. And we've got a couple of days off now, and I'm looking forward to then coming to see you guys. It's not long until I see you guys.
No, indeed, in 2 days at the Corby Cube. Who comes to you? I bet you're right across the board kind of entertainer, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about it is obviously when I did Pop Star Opera Star, I kind of got a whole different fan base, as well as obviously the existing ones from X Factor. So we've got a real mix of all ages, young and old, men and women, and I try and kind of make the show accessible for everyone. So whether you've come to hear the classical stuff, there's a big section with that in, or whether you've come to hear, the pop stuff, there's a big section of that. I like to kind of make it a really diverse show and kind of take people on the musical kind of genres, that obviously I've been on doing the different albums.
And you keep them in separate bits, because otherwise you're going to be doing a dance number, you're going to be popping in a lock-in, and the next you've got to do Nessun Dorma immediately after you've cut some moves, haven't you?
Well, they are in certain sections, but it's kind of cleverly put together so that it kind of all flows through, so that it doesn't kind of jump out at different points. But it's all kind of musically linked together, and it goes through like a little bit of a story, which it takes them kind of through the albums, I suppose. Well, especially this tour, it's called the Evolution Tour. So we start right at the beginning of the show with Dance to My Father, and then I go right the way from there all the way through the new material at the end of the show, and it's a real mix of all of that kind of stuff.
You're interesting, I think, because you come alive on stage. That's natural to you. Being famous took some time to adjust to, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a byproduct of the job, and I'm not one of these people that wants to sit and complain about it, because it really gets on my nerves when people complain about the whole fame thing, because, at the end of the day, there's a lot harder jobs in the world than standing on stage and singing. But, I think what the best thing to do with it is just to not really pay much attention to it, Know that it's there, know that it exists, but don't kind of play into it too much, you know? Just deal with it, with the job.
I remember one of the judges, I can't remember which one, but they're all interchangeable, aren't they? And then the show's Waldorf from Statler from the Muppets, really, innit? And one of them said they saw your future on the West End stage. Is that the kind of thing that now, as you progress through your career, you think, yeah, I would like to do something in Les Mis or something? Because you've done stage work, you did Panto, didn't you, in Bradford this Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, it's something that I definitely would do. If the right role came along and it was something that I could really, think I would really enjoy it and love it, then I'd 100% be there. You know, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that at the times at the minute that I haven't really had the chance to kind of commit that length of time to it. But I'd 100% do it.
Here's the show for you in terms of the audience: Rocky Horror Show, because you could do Frankenfurter in suspenders, or you could do Rocky in the gold shorts. Come on!
Well,
come on!
Whether that would be a nice fight or not, I'm not sure.
Do you have a plan? Do you and your management team sit down and map the next 5 years out, or is it just a matter of seeing what happens?
I mean, we plan yearly. We certainly plan yearly. But I think to plan the next 5 years in this industry and the way the industry works now is actually very difficult. You can't do that. So would you have a plan for, obviously, up until pretty much February next year, and then the plan for that then starts, after that, start kind of towards the end of this year? Because if you start planning too far ahead, you know, things come in last minute, things change around, you know, I might be releasing an album in September and then it might get changed to January. You never know what's going to happen, so I try not to plan too much, and I don't really want my life planned that far ahead. I think that's it's a bit boring, you know.
So where are we with the records then? Where are we with the recording? Have we got stuff penciled in at least? Because we need a new record, don't we?
Yes, well, there's brand new material in the show which people will hear, but I've got a lot of new material that is ready to go on an album. I just need to kind of sit down and record it all properly. I've recorded all the demos of it all. I have it all kind of ready to go. It's just about piecing it all together and making it into a kind of album. So when the tour finishes in July and I've got a couple of weeks on, I'm going to sit down, plan that.
And do you write, Joe? Do you write your own stuff?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of writing recently. You know, I tried it on my fourth album, and I absolutely loved doing it. It took a while to enjoy it, but once I actually got into it, I loved it. And now, I think there's nothing better than standing on stage and singing a song that you've written. It just feels completely different, you know. I love doing covers. I think you get a different kind of rapport, I suppose, from the audience when they know you've written a song. They can really feel the lyrics, I think.
Well, we've got all of this to enjoy on Thursday in the Evolution Tour that winds its way into Corby at the Cube. Check for availability. It's 01536 470 470. And I'm hoping this was done hands-free, because otherwise you're going to get points, my friend, if you're driving while I'm talking to you.
I'm not driving. I'm the passenger.
Good.
I have a long drive home.
Yeah. Safe journey.
Thank you.
I can almost see